Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome to the Pour That Is Political.
That thing with the stuff.
That thing. I
can't see my chat. My chat. Oh no, what is it doing? TikTok. What are you doing, TikTok?
I'm not even
having a fit.
I'm not gonna touch that one.
It's having a fit.
What are you doing, TikTok?
It's pitching a fit.
What are you doing, step TikTok?
Oh boy. It's pitching a fit.
It's pitching the fit. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the semi-final episode of this season of The Political Pour. Yeah, you heard that right. We're ending The Political Pour next week, so make sure you guys are tuning in for that. It's also someone very special's birthday, by the way. I'm not going to say who. It could be someone that you guys all love, but we don't know. We don't know. Oh, and she has the crown. She has the crown.
It's my day, bitches. It's my day.
It is her birthday. Did I say that right? Her birthday.
It's my birthday.
And she will cry if she wants to.
Goddamn right. I live in America. Of course I'm going to cry.
Wow. Do we?
We do. En los Estados Unidos.
In Los Estados. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in tonight. We're letting y'all do your thing and start rounding yourselves up. See anyone who's going to get angry today at anything that we got to talk about. With that being said, tell me, how has your week been, Amanda?
Whirlwind.
I love it. By the way, if you guys don't know,
we're twinning.
We're twinning, number one. Hold on. There you go.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
For obvious reasons.
I'm not going to do that. For obvious reasons. Not going to do that.
I am a male, so I'm allowed to do this. Shout out to the folks over at Don't. Okay, let's just put it out there. A guy can do this because for a guy, it's like, oh, the dude's friggin' cleaning his shirt off. If a girl starts doing that, all of a sudden it's like,
y'all get sexual.
Yeah, it's like, oh no. It's like, no, it's none of that.
Weirdos. No, let's talk about what's happened, man.
Let's talk about you. I want to know what you've been up to. You took a deep breath when I asked the question.
It was a sigh of relief. It was a sigh of relief. It's been the last 8 days have been particularly crazy. We had the Florida primaries here, so that chapter has come to an end. We now know who is going to be on our ticket in November, and we put in a lot of time and a lot of work into the primaries. I was on the ground running, literally a lot, sweating. But other than that, I've been getting ready for Memphis. Next week, I'll be in Memphis for the final leg of the 1,000 Miles to Memphis March. We're going to be registering voters. There's going to be some events. A whole bunch of stuff going on. A lot of my friends will be there with me. Alex isn't going because he's a turd.
I'm a turd.
But Conscious Lee is going to be there. Sadia is going to be there. Alex Cassio is going to be there. Sarah Wiles is going to be there.
Real content creators like herself, okay? I'm a guy who comes on here. I look up interesting facts about what I want to talk about. I talk about it. I put it out there. I get views and chats and death notices via DMs for people that don't want to hear what I have to say. So regardless of the fact, make sure you guys are following along with everything that Amanda's going to be doing next week, because it's very important. And my time will come. I'll be down in Florida soon enough, hanging out, and I'm going to finally get a chance to meet Amanda and give her a high five.
We're going to have fun. Well, in your case, it'll be a low five. In my case, it'll be a high five.
I'm 6'5". For anyone who's maybe asking, how tall is this man? All right, I am. I'm 6'5", full of love. So yeah.
What have you been up to?
So my week has been interesting. I've been doing a lot of the things that happen with the other things, and then the other things that mix in. So there's a lot of things that happen, Amanda. most of it is has to do with the fact that if you guys know, I do some other podcast shows here and there. I do a 90s show. If you guys are not following me on that, make sure you go check it out in case I missed it, which now has video on Apple Podcasts. So if you have if you have a iPhone and you listen to your podcasts via Apple, in case I missed it, you're not gonna. I think it's the only one out there. It's called In Case I Missed It 90s edition. I talk all about the 90s, and I have a ton of amazing guests, UFC stars, wrestlers, WWE wrestlers, and
way
some other.
Cooler than me.
No, this is your show. I'm here as a guest. Yeah.
Stop it.
Shout out to Tady, who is already talking trash in the chat and says all Americans realize the Muslims cannot take over. Well, thank you, Tady, for your thoughtful thought.
Twisted T wants to know if I would ever consider running for office. That's a plan in 2028. Do I like tall guys?
I used my burner for that one.
That was you?
No, it wasn't me.
I like guys who act appropriate for their height. How about that?
I'm a very appropriate height typer guy.
Like you can't be having 6 foot energy and 5'3". Like you can't do it.
No, I've never been small a day in my life. If I could put that out there.
I feel like we should get into it. Let's get into it.
Like, oh, no, not that one. Wait.
Oh, but he subscribes to me.
Oh.
He's on every one of my streams talking shit in the chat.
By the way, for those who are listening to the podcast, which eventually I would love to also get this on video outside of Spotify, because on Spotify you can watch this. They said, someone on the YouTube said, my day immediately got ruined when I saw Amanda's face. I mean, come on. Look at that face, everyone. Look at this face. Like, how can you? My God. So beautiful. All right, let's get into it. For those of you who are not watching, she put out her.
It's a little bird.
Pointer finger that a bird sits on.
It's just a bird.
Let's do a quick rundown of what we're going to be getting into today. We're going to talk about the USS Abraham Lincoln, all the problems that are happening in there. We're going to be talking a little bit about Natalie Harp, possibly the next Monica Lewinsky, possibly a undercover agent for from what I'm hearing, for people who are overseas trying to infiltrate the guy who would just say yes to everything. And finally, I threw this story in there, Amanda. I wanted to talk about our power grid, because it seems that there's a lot of stuff happening right now with a lot of big storms. We're seeing what's happening in Indiana, unfortunately, to those people there. We're seeing what's happening to mi gente in Puerto Rico. And Puerto Rico is part of the U.S. So, yeah, it's important that we talk about it. So I'll let you, because you brought this first story up. So I'm going to let you bring this story up to the world. And let's get into it.
Sure. Want to run the intro?
Oh, I apologize, everyone. This is the first time I'm doing this.
Bring it in.
Just makes you want to fight.
It does. I was just thinking
Big time feels like
fight night. All right, let's get into it. So let's talk about the USS Abraham Lincoln. Shenanigans and tomfoolery. The Lincoln left San Diego November 21st, 2025. It was first headed towards the Pacific, and then it was redirected to the Middle East ahead of U.S. and Israeli strikes on Iran in late February. And yes, I say Iran because that is how you're supposed to pronounce it.
Yes, Iran.
Anyway, as of this show right now, it has logged more than 270 consecutive days at sea and more than 200 days without a single port call, which is the longest uninterrupted carrier deployment ever on record. Okay? So that's first. That's first things first. Second, the crew has only set foot on land twice in that stress. stretch. Once back in December in Guam, and a lot of them weren't even permitted to disembark for that adventure. And then another during a restocking trip back in July in Oman. So these poor sailors have been confined to the trip. If you guys have never been on a naval ship, everything is small.
Everything
is small.
And I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
Can I interject here? So I was on the was it the SS Watson? I was in one of these ships. We were loading them up in here in North Carolina, right as we were getting ready for Operation Enduring Freedom. And from what I remember was seeing my bunk for the first time, and me being 6'5", right? I'm a big dude, and I'm thinking to myself, I have to fit myself in this coffin. You know, like that's what they are. That's what we were calling them. We call them coffins, by the way. Oh, and shout out to everyone over on my Instagram watching live right now, to me and Amanda. We're calling you Pro Amanda because we're pro Amanda. So on my chat, we're calling it Pro Amanda. Shout out to Kim and
hello Grammys.
And
we're gonna call you the Grammys because we call the YouTubers the Tubies.
Yeah, the Tubies. Shout out to the TikTokers and everyone out there, the YouTubies. But yeah, so. Yeah, you're right. It is. So here's another thing. The Pete Hegseth. What does he do? What does he do? Like, what is
he? He prance around like a weirdo.
Like, what is literally? What is his job in the United States government?
You know, at this point, I have no idea what the fuck he's supposed to do, because he's not doing anything other than these weird, like, games and, like, exercising randomly and then being useless. Like, I don't think any of that is really in his job description. I could be wrong, though. I mean, you know, he prances very well. I'm very impressed with his prancing skills.
We talk a lot about leaders. We have a lot of lack thereof in the last 2 years. And we always we try to see who fits the mold for what position. And it seems to me the first 4 years, it was just all about yes men, right? Because he got rid of the women, right? He wanted to surround himself with people, and anyone who opposed, he tried to get him away. But I think because it was his first term, he was kind of like trying to figure out how to move the pieces. Now in the second term, it's 100% all yes men. These guys have absolutely no idea what they're doing, no idea what they're talking about. You know, the USS George Washington, the Navy's only forward deployer carrier that's based in Japan, was redirected to go relieve them. And now, well, they left the Indo-Pacific. Yeah. Now
they're short of destroyer. And what did they do to fix the resupply problems? I mean, Pete said, we make sure every ship, every crew, every captain has everything we can provide them at every single moment. That's a direct quote, okay? If that is the case, then why on August 3rd did a sailor try to take his own life by jumping overboard?
Oh, no, he said that's misrepresented. He was like, oh, no, that's misrepresented. That was his word.
But he never disputed anything about it. He was just like, nah.
No. And then
I reject this.
You had that dude on Fox talking about, he's like, well, you know, because he's a big action hero, right? I forget his name. I don't care for his name, to be honest, but he was just out there on TV. You guys can look it up. I'm not making this up. He's like, oh, you know, they need to be tougher, in lamest terms, right? Like, I remember I went out to XYZ and I had to eat MREs and blah, blah, blah. Bro.
Oh my God. Yeah. The guy who
you're sitting.
I don't remember his name either. He was in the Marine Corps, wasn't he?
On Fox News, Fox Entertainment, talking nonsense. I can never compare what I went through to what they went through or what anyone else, because everyone is an individual and everyone takes things in.
Right. Everybody's lived experience is different, even if you go through the same scenario. So
the fact that you're going to sit there and tell someone that they're lesser than, or they're not tough enough because they couldn't tough out 250 plus days at sea with everything just going the wrong way is such a failure for the leadership that's supposed to be leading this country. And why am I blaming our leadership? Well, because they agree with that sort of thought process. Yeah. Okay. Our men and women, and I served in 2001, okay, before 9/11 happened. Our men and women now, we back then paved the way for men and women now not to be stuck in things like this, right? In situations like this, fight others' wars when, because we woke up one morning and said that they had weapons of mass destruction. Or, well, yeah, it runs for the same time now too.
Somebody in the chat made a very funny comment.
Oh, I forgot about the chat.
The meme of the Department of War. They changed the name to the Department of War and then loses the first war.
Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah, that is peak.
I love Fixman whatever says, yeah, Biden was a good leader. Why are we talking about Biden?
What about Biden?
What about Joe Biden? What war did Biden start? Let me I'm going to have to Google this. Hold on while you talk, because I sure as hell don't remember. Okay.
The war on student loan debt, Alex.
Oh yeah, that's true. How dare he try?
The war on improving infrastructure, Alex.
How dare he try to improve life for people? I hate it. I hate this place so much.
Democrats, disgraceful.
Oh, it's just so disgusting. So disgusting.
How dare you want to be debt free? Oh God.
How dare you, Biden, who has not been in office, who's completely out of the government, who has nothing to do with anything that it's happening now. But according to this, according to everyone who's working right now, all of this inflation, high prices are due to Biden and Obama. I don't know if you knew that.
It's because of the tan suit. The tan suit caused such a ripple in the universe that nothing would ever be the same after that. And that's it. That's why we're here today. It was the tan suit.
It was the tan suit. 100%. Dear Biden and Obama, how dare you both? And I said this before, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to say it again in future episodes. I never sat and fully agreed with anything and everything that Biden nor Bush nor freaking what's his name, Obama, ever had to say. I was not 100% behind anything and everything. Okay, there was a lot of crap that went wrong. A lot of crap that I was not agreeing with, that I was upset about. The difference is, though, that there was more right going on than there was wrong. Right. So, with that being said, let's move to something that makes Mr. Trump feel just about right.
Admittedly, I haven't read the letters. I've seen the letters, but I haven't read through them and scrutinize them. So this is going to be, we're discovering this together.
Oh, Mr. Trump.
We're going to go through this together. So Natalie Harp.
Let's talk about Natalie.
Who is Natalie? Look, I'm getting comfy. I'm ready. I'm ready for the chisme. Tell me.
Natalie Harp is this amazing, brilliant, self-aware woman.
Oh. She sounds fantastic.
She is fantastic. She's like a clone of his daughter. She is 35 years old. She is the executive assistant to the guy in office. She does the day-to-day. She prints out his tweets. She also writes his tweets or whatever it's called. She has a ton of influence over him, I feel, on what is being said. And there's a lot of videos now being posted of things that like they're sharing and talking about when they're together. They're
very buddy.
They're very buddy. Before joining Trump's team, she was, you guessed it, a Fox News and One American news host. Yeah.
No. Fox News.
I don't know if you guys knew that. She first gained national attention in 2019 for advocacy around right to try law tied to her own cancer treatments. The letters, we spoke about the letters. It was first reported by the New York Times in November. Then they published this thing as well on the Daily Beast, which it is what it is, the Daily Beast. But they got a lot of letters that she writes to him. She leaves around the White House for him. It's interesting.
It's weird.
It's interesting.
Like who at 30 something years old talks to a mid 70-year-old man
80.
and like says, well, at the time he was
right,
he wasn't
yeah.
with it. He was 76, right? You're all that matters to me. I don't want to ever let you down.
Amanda, you're all that matters to me. I never want to let you down.
Okay. That's weird.
What? I said it or she said it?
It's weird.
Now I'm sitting here. Guys, she has no security clearance. There's a lot of news reports coming out right now saying that she is an operative for foreign nations. That she continues to decline any reason for her to go get her security clearance. She's been without a security clearance. I needed a security clearance just to use the bathroom in certain buildings when I was in the Marine Corps. Okay, and this woman who is literally
privy to everything
has just nothing. Natalie Harp has a security clearance. Like they say that they're saying the Caroline Leavitt, by the way, who I also feel from what I'm seeing, all these rumors, she's gonna also, now that Caroline Leavitt stepped away, Natalie Harp might become the press secretary. She mentioned that Natalie Harp has had a security clearance like everyone else, and that she's loyal and hardworking. Yeah,
is that what you're saying?
Yeah, a member of President Trump's team. Let me tell you something. You can't believe anything anyone says in that office. We know this. You could be, even people out there, MAGA people, let's be honest, okay? You cannot believe anything that these people say. And if you sit there and say, oh, yeah, I've been to a gas station that the gas was $1.98. Oh, yeah. I went to the supermarket and for $100, I filled up 2 carts full of food.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. It's not confirmed, but there has been words out there and whisper. I like that whisper. There has been whispers that there's been romantic or sexual relationships. That there's something going on there between them.
Little quid pro quo, maybe.
So my thought is this a Monica Lewinsky type of deal? Or has this escalated?
I don't think we should use Monica Lewinsky's name.
No?
I think we should leave her out of it. Because I think like she's been through enough shit, and then to have to be dragged into something
hey, by all means, I'm not dragging her. I'm kind of like comparing and contrasting, by the way. So
I get what you're trying to do. I think
I don't need a cease and desist from her.
We should let's not do that.
No. So
but it definitely seems like a little bit of a quid pro quo.
Right.
There's something going on.
Yeah. I do believe that there's a lot of questions that will never be answered. I don't think they're going to answer them either. I don't think they care.
No, they'll deflect.
Yeah.
They'll deflect and change the course of the conversation and just never answer it. Never. They'll be like, but the Democrats want socialism and communism. Like that's going to be their response because that's what they do for everything. Everything is, but the Democrats want socialism and communism.
What do we say about, she's very loyal and hardworking, right? So like, are we wrong for questioning and harping on this? No pun intended there. With this situation, with Natalie, like, is this just an innocent thing? Is she just like working? She's a hard worker and whatnot.
I think there are aspects of their relationship given his position that are inappropriate, especially the letters. I think that's inappropriate. I would never speak to my boss that way. I would never like that. It's blatantly inappropriate. It gives me the ick.
What do you do then about the wife? Because I think he's married, right?
I mean, that's the word on the street, but how often do you see them together? And happy together, by the way. Like the
They don't
Obamas,
hold hands.
No, the Obamas,
Nothing.
like you could tell they were in love. The Bidens, you could tell they were in love. Shit, even W.
They liked
each other. They liked each other. Oh yeah, totally in love. Like puppy eyes for his wife.
Yeah.
But like those two, he tries to hold her hand and she's like she does not like him, let alone love him. She can't stand him. So I don't think she cares.
We can do Rufus says the Department of Morons. There's a lot to be said. That I mean, we can do an entire episode alone on just the inappropriateness of what's happening in there. Because if in a regular environment, if you were to see this, right, this would be the equivalent of the CEO with his secretary, right? They're always hanging out. They're spending time together and whatnot, right? Everyone would look at those optics and automatically assume that it doesn't look right. Yeah, there's something going on. And it does happen. It happens it's happening right now while we're sitting here recording this show. There's a CEO or a boss getting his thing on.
How many times has Trump been in situations where he's given information to people that didn't have the proper clearance to have said information?
Every other day?
Exactly. So now you have this woman who may or may not be a foreign agent. I don't know. There's whispers of that too. Around him all the time and getting access to information.
Yeah.
With no security clearance. Like I have a higher security clearance than
you do. By the way, Random Citizen says on the chat, Melania's waiting for nature to take its course. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a creep. Yeah, a lot of people agree with us, He gets the worm. Oh my god.
Anytime I think about Melania, I think about Baron. I want to go to school now. Where's my shoe? I like my suitcase.
Oh my god. There's I should have spoken about this too, but the whole they set themselves up not to be investigated after they get out of the Oval Office. They have their own bank now.
Because they're fucking corrupt. They're fucking corrupt. Anybody who is still supporting this administration, you are only doing it because they literally brainwashed you and trained you to think that socialist or socialist-like policies were bad. All of you, myself, Alex included, all participate in socialism every day, participate in capitalism every day. But they've conditioned you to make you think that these things are bad.
This is true. Yeah. This is true.
And if somebody thinks that I'm not right, in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, we're going to open the phone line. You can call in and you can tell me why I'm wrong, why you're not brainwashed.
Scram. How about that? Call in.
I double dog dare ya.
The phone number is 1-900 political poor.
No. No.
Segment 3 here. Let's talk about our third story. Let's bring this up. Because I kind of brought it up. Amanda, if you want to talk about it, you can. I feel like I shouldn't be talking over you or
I don't think you're talking over me. And I think that this is a story that's actually really near and dear to you, especially because we have to talk about Puerto Rico when we talk about this, right?
Yeah. So back in 2017, Maria hits Puerto Rico, completely destroys it from the. A dead ass right through the middle of Puerto Rico comes out. I didn't think it was ever going to even hit the way it did. It tore it apart. Yeah, hold up. Just for the listeners who are listening, we are right now showing off our don't shirts.
I'm backwards.
Don't. You just got to go down to where it says video and mirror.
There. Do it.
Hey, listen, I was just trying to mansplain it, okay? Let's both do it. Ready? Don't.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought we were flipping each other off. All right.
Oh,
let me move my mic.
I'll flip you off too. Hold on.
Don't. And then flip each other off. Okay. That's
Give me a high five. So, yeah. So, and okay. So 2016 rolls around. I'm in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, right? South of Myrtle Beach. I'm in Garden City Beach. I have this beautiful home on the beach that I rented from Saturday to Saturday. I'm chilling, hanging out. Tuesday comes around. Trump wins. I didn't vote for him, but I'm thinking to myself, okay, let's try to give this guy a chance. I don't know anything about him because I didn't care. So
okay,
Puerto Rico gets hit. He's throwing paper towels at people like it's a basketball game. At that point right there was when I said, not only do I dislike him from before, but now I hate him, right? Like, this is how you're going to treat not U.S. citizens, not blah, 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 blah. No. This is how you're going to treat a human being in distress, And
it wasn't even food. It was fucking paper towels.
Yeah.
Like, people lost everything. They don't have access to food, water, and you're throwing paper towels at them? You piece of shit.
So I wanna start off the story with that. That's where this started, and people have been suffering with power outages there in Puerto Rico way before that. But after Maria, it just completely destroyed the power grid there, and they're still dealing with today with rolling blackouts every single day. Some that just carry on for days and days and days on end. We're seeing right now, Gary, Indiana just got destroyed by a storm. They're also now almost 15 days in without power. It's really bad. So as I was looking through stories and whatnot to kind of talk about tonight, I came across where they're talking about the power grid here in the United States could fail, right? There's two different warnings that are happening. Warning number one is, the vulnerability of an attack, which happened. I don't know if you guys remember in 23 years ago, in 2003, in August of 2003, we had that huge New York City blackout. Do you guys remember that?
I remember that.
That took out from New York City across all the way to Chicago, I think it was. That was crazy. I was here for that because I had just came back from the Marine Corps from whatever we were doing. And I remember they gave us time off. And I came to New York, and what happens? The freaking power goes out. So a New York Times Magazine investigation published this week centers on what they're saying, that a former chair of the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission says that attackers could, because of the vulnerability, knock out our power grid, right? Whether it be an attack or with the strain of what's been happening with all these data centers, and as the temperatures continue to get hotter and as storms start getting stronger, you guys are seeing also floods happen absolutely everywhere, even in places that you didn't think of flood. Okay.
Yeah.
Things are happening in places like that. They're saying that if the power grid here were to go down, they're talking about a catastrophic event where it can go down anywhere between couple weeks, right? Couple weeks, all the way up to 18 months, because the large custom transformers that are involved to manufacture our energy are being used to the max, which is kind of crazy. They cannot keep up with the demand either. I don't know about you. I've been talking about this now for months with my close friends and other people in the political spectrum, is that our grid here in the East Coast is well over 150 years old, right? And it's not like you can just replace things, right? Like, take it down, because people need power. You need to be freaking running in your home. So all they do is continue to add to it.
Right.
one of the things that I wrote down here is that says that this administration's the administration's own numbers, the Trump Department of Energy Resource report states that blackout risks could increase 34 times to 100 times, from 34 times likely to happen to 100 times likely to happen in the next 3 years, depending on how much new generation of energy and capacity, you know, starts coming up because of all these data centers. They're not creating their own energy sources. They're just
and
tapping
it's
into what's
wild.
out there.
It's wild to me that this administration has this information and they're so anti renewable energy and anti alternative energy sources. Like, you guys are staring the problem down, like, in its face, and we already know, like, we had already started putting steps in place to start mitigating the issues, and y'all stopped it from happening. And now people in Indiana are on day 13, 14, 15, whatever day it is, without power. I mean, as a Floridian, I experience this every hurricane season. If we get a storm, we lose everything.
Yeah.
We lose everything. That I think the longest I was without power was actually 13 days, and it was
Yeah.
miserable. It was hot. You couldn't take a warm shower. I mean, it was so hot that having no hot water heater was not a big deal. Like, I actually welcomed having an ice cold shower, but there's no AC. There's no running water because everything is under a boil advisory, and 95% or more homes in Florida are electric and not gas. Like, it sucks. It's awful.
We're talking about hurricane season starting up again. And it's hurricane season already started basically, but this is when things
in
start.
June.
Things start actually really happening.
Yeah, September to November is the most active time.
Yeah. So with the heating temperatures as well, these things are well over category 3s. The category 4s are monstrous. These storms could knock out power for the longest. And I want to know, you guys on the chat, anyone listening in, how are you getting prepared? How would you prepare for something like this? Like, we have comforts here. We just live, we turn on the freaking light switch, we have power at all times of the day, right? Unless something catastrophic happens. Like, we're just right now talking, but there's people right now in Gary, Indiana who are just it feels like the end of the world to them. And we have 2 separate blackout stories drop in the same week. That is not by coincidence, people. That is not by coincidence. If you're talking about a risk of 100 times more than right now when it comes to getting a blackout by 2030, that should worry the shit out of all of us, because that just means that the people that we put in place to protect us as citizens have absolutely no goddamn plan, or have taken away any type of jobs or people in the Department of Energy, right? They have cut down on certain people that keep these things from happening. And now we're just kind of like, well, if it happens, we'll figure it out.
Well, I mean, and even more than that too, like, you had touched on data centers. Data centers are sucking enormous amounts of power from our grid at our detriment, both financially and environmentally, and for our access to resources. Like, we're getting triple hit by data centers and their use of power on our grids.
Yeah. Hey,
we can't support that.
Someone asked, what party are they both with? And then I see here that someone say, hint, they don't like Trump. Listen, there was things I didn't like about Biden. There was things I didn't like about Obama. I can sit here and tell you that I am not a person who puts on a fucking jersey like they're fucking Dak Prescott from the Dallas Cowboys and I'm cheering them on. That is not me. I don't do that to politicians. I don't glorify politicians. They are elected to do what I tell them because I'm paying massive taxes for them to do what we need to do.
Yeah. But I'm going to tell you what I am. I'm going to give you crazy eyes and everything. I'm a raging leftist.
Oh. Look what that says.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I feel like we should open the phone lines with that comment.
Let's do it, everyone. Let me get Let me get the number for you guys. You guys can call in right now. The phone number is 407 494 4348. That's right. The phone lines are now open. You can call in at 407 494 4348. Just 10 cents a minute.
Yeah, except Google Voice doesn't want to work right now. It's fine. I got it. It's fine. I got it. I just have to open a new browser window because we're in Talk Studio.
I think the problem is right now is that like when I read the chat and stuff like that, it's just that people are so like tied down to their political party that they don't open up their minds to think like, you know what? Maybe my groceries are 100 times more expensive than they were last year. You know?
Right.
Like, and let me just put this out there before people start calling in. You have, if you're gonna go, you're gonna go and say, "Oh, but you remember when Biden he was in?" Well, do you remember that perhaps there was a goddamn global pandemic? Global keyword global. It affected the world. Every leader had a problem going on in their freaking country, town, city, and whatnot. Okay,
right.
Everyone. So it's not, and Trump was in it as well. Trump, he was in the beginning. He had no idea how to control what was going on. Biden had no idea how to control what was going on, right? But we are now well removed from a pandemic. So what is the reason? What is the reason that our prices continue to go up? Why is it that I'm going to Costco and I'm spending the same amount, but coming out with half of a cart less full of food, essentials?
They don't care about you. They just want to make their money. That's it. That's all they care about. Look how much money this man has made while he was in office. And look how much money we've blown on Iran when we could have been investing that money here. Like, I was looking at numbers too in relation to Israel, right? We give them, what is it, like $3.8 billion a year. But then if you take into account how much states and cities and all of them put in towards Israel, it's like more like $20 million. So what does that money get them? Universal health care. It gets them education. It gets them all the things that Democrats are yelling for here. And you fuckers are saying, I don't want to pay for that. I don't want to pay for your socialism. So you're not getting access to it, but Israelis are on your dollar.
Yeah.
Make that make sense. Why do you support that?
Why are we fighting a war? Like, we just woke up one morning and we were in a war a year ago. Like, it started. Like, who made that call? Who called who? Right? That something like this happened. By the way, you guys can call in. You can call in the show and talk about any of the three topics that we just spoke about. 407 494 4348. If you guys would like to call in. If not, that's fine too. You don't have to. Here's my favorite one. Here's my favorite talking point from Fox. You see that up on screen?
You let millions of people.
That is my favorite. That is the, like, when I tell you there's a script that every Republican MAGA voter gets sent to their house. That is one of the lines that is always in there. And I'll let anyone who's listening in think about what that line is, because it's always.
What are they supposed to prove me wrong about, Alex? Because I don't think that none of them want to prove me wrong.
No, nobody wants to call in and talk. It's okay. No one.
That's because you're here. But if it was just me, they'd be calling in here and be like, you motherfucker. Hi Tubies. Hi Twitch. Hi Grammys. We're having a conversation here. It's just me, doing the thing I always do. And I'm curious. I would love to know how are things going with you in this administration? How do you feel about what happened with the USS Abraham Lincoln? How are you feeling about the instability in our power grids? Like, let's talk about everything.
Nobody wants to talk.
No, they don't, because they're scared. They're always scared. But as soon as we're like, okay, it's time to go, friends, then they're like, wait a minute.
Make this into an iPhone call. I love this.
It does look like a FaceTime.
Yeah. I don't mind it.
Oh, fuck, time to go bashing crazy. What? Wait, Sample said, just because I'm against socialism here doesn't mean I'm against paying for it in Israel. What?
I'm sorry?
What the fuck did you just say?
Did that make sense to anyone out there watching?
It's got to be sarcasm. Okay, he's mocking the right. Okay, thank God.
Okay, I was about to
Sample,
say,
thank God. Because if you were being serious,
yeah.
And you know, this war, if that's what we even want to call it, because I don't even know that I would even want to call it a war with Iran. I think it's just an act of aggression by the fucking stupid ass United States of America, sticking their nose and shit that does whatever. America being America, okay? The United States doing its United Stating. Has made things exponentially worse for Muslim people in this country. Like, I was on Facebook, but I have to because social media is my job. And somebody had put this post. It was a young man who had a landscaping business, and he just put a couple of little things in there that are Muslim, and he said "Amen" at the end instead of "Amen." And the comment section is just absolutely disgusting. He was saying that he had a landscaping business and, you know, essentially just, God willing, I will have customers and I'll be able to grow my business. The people were disgusting. All I wrote in the comments was inshallah, which means God willing. Okay?
It's kind of crazy.
The shit that people commented to me about Jesus Christ and fuck, oh my God, just awful.
It's always the people with the Bible verses on their profiles that have the worst things to say.
Should we let this TikTok guest up?
Yeah, you can put them up on your end. Go ahead.
Okay. Nobody will be able to see them because we have the political poor thing over it. We're playing a dangerous game with this one, but we'll try it. Oh, you can see them. Oh, sweet. Look at that. Food for thought. What's going on? What would you like to add to the conversation? Good. How are you? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think about stuff like that. Like,
what was the question? Because we can't hear him.
You can't hear him?
No.
He said, do we think that Natalie Harp is going to be the one to, and I quote, with Trump?
Nah, I don't think so. Nah.
I don't think about things like that, to be honest, especially not pertaining to Donald Trump. Definitely not pertaining to Donald Trump.
Blech.
And if by you mean, then
yeah.
Quiet Nine said, I can't wait to see Angie Nixon debate Ashley Moody. You mean slaughter Ashley Moody? Ashley Moody has the fucking IQ of a juice box.
Oh my God. This is my favorite look. Look. Are you reading that?
Bro, at the
this happens, by the way, this happens every stream that we do together. Every stream. Every stream. If you guys only knew.
Y'all just haters because a woman will actually talk to him.
It's like, hey.
That's an insult to juice boxes? That's true, it is. So next week we have our season-ending episode.
Birthday woman.
Season-ending episode of The Political Poor. Also, my birthday, not next week, the week after. My birthday, September 3rd. But we'll be celebrating my birthday a little bit, another lap around the sun. And then we're gonna go on a little break, maybe. I don't know what we're gonna do.
We'll be back. We'll be back again next July.
Damn.
Maybe.
We're gonna take that long off?
No, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Shit's happening.
We'll come back and be like, what do we do? What do I do with my hands?
Oh my God, the great blue wave, and we're back and we're happy. Money's back, you know.
No,
every
we're
business
gonna lock
is
in.
Flourishing, you know.
we're gonna lock in. We're gonna lock in because election season is going to be thrust upon us violently in the month of September. If you guys thought you were sick of political ads now,
Oh my God.
You ain't seen nothing yet, baby.
If we happen to come back during political season, I mean, we're gonna have so much to talk about. We're gonna have so many people out there that's gonna just want to bash us, and we can play these political ads on here and rate them.
Oh my God, that would be so much fun.
Right?
Can we
Yeah.
please?
Yeah, we can 100%. Look at this guy. 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 Oh, I can't wait for you to vote for him in 2028. Oh yeah. And in 2032.
Hey,
Oh
my
yeah.
guy, that's not how hashtags work. If you wanted to be hashtag Trump always wins, you have to put it as one word. Otherwise, you just said hashtag Trump.
And 2036. Oh man, he's gonna be president until like for the next 100 years, from what I hear.
Actually, that's not Donald Trump. It's Biden in a Trump suit.
Being dumb is like, it's bad, man. I feel bad for like. There's certain parts of this country that our educational system is just.
But if you're stupid, do you know you're stupid though?
I don't want to blame the educational system. I'm sorry. I apologize. I want to blame like the parents. I want to go deeper.
But that's my question. If you're stupid, do you know you're stupid?
No, I mean, look at the stuff that they're writing. It shows you enough.
Thankfully, I can't see them. So.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the semi-final episode of the Political Pour. Next week will be the final episode. You won't be able to catch that live because Amanda's going to be away canvassing and walking 2,000 miles down in the South. But you guys will be able to catch the Political Pour on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Also on YouTube. You can also check out our personal YouTubes as well. If you just search political,
subscribe to the Political Pour.
Yeah, make sure you're following the Political Pour YouTube channel. That's where the video will live for next week's episode. Again, make sure to, if you are listening to us and if you are downloading the podcast itself, make sure you leave us 5 stars, leave us a cool review. Let us know how much you hate us and how much I'm simping for Amanda.
Hey, everybody do that. Rate the simp level via stars.
Yeah.
If you think it's a simp level 5, give the show 5 stars.
Give me 5 stars for my simp level, and you know, I'll create a segment where I read the reviews live on air, and I think that would be fun.
Oh my God, that would be so much fun when they're not calling in. We'll be like, hold on, let's go check our App Store review.
Yeah. You guys can follow me, very simple, Out Loud with Alex, on everything, on Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. It's just Out Loud with Alex on TikTok. And I'm
Amanda Informed.
She's Amanda Informed. And last but not, I'm going to plug my other show if you don't mind, Amanda. Can I plug my other show? Are you okay with that?
Sure.
Why okay. I don't know why she said it like that. But anyway, if you guys are old enough to love and grew up around the 90s or the late 90s, I do have a show called In Case I Missed It, 90s edition. Go check that out. I speak to I have a bunch of guests coming up from the UFC, WWE, so on and so on. They're going to be coming on and talking about all things 90s. I already have 10 episodes out right now. And if you have an iPhone and if you are an Apple Podcast user, just yesterday they approved me to put video up, so
sweet.
You can actually watch the episodes and listen to them. You can switch back and forth through the Apple Podcast app. So anyway, thank you guys for listening. If you guys
like hanging out with me, you can hang out with me Monday through Wednesday. I go live on all platforms at 8:30, between 8:30 and 8:45 a.m. Eastern. So if you're on the West Coast, I'm sorry. That sucks. Next week, this is what I need you to do. I need you to go to my profile page right here. If you're on TikTok, you're going to go to the top of the screen. You're going to see that little bell. Turn the bell on for live notifications because next week, being that I'll be in Memphis, my live schedule will be much different. And you're going to catch me out and about with a whole bunch of cool ass people that I know you already know and love. Little, you know, TikTok famous people.
Wow.
Social media stars. Not me, them.
Not me either.
So you guys can see what we're doing on the ground. So make sure you turn on the notifications because the schedule is going to be different. Monday morning, I should be doing my regular live show. But after that, It's anybody's guess. I don't even know what I'm doing yet. I'm still waiting to find out my itinerary. I just know I have flights. That's it.
I'm just going to live my life through your videos, I guess.
I'm going to FaceTime you and be like, hello.
I'm probably going to pick it up and cry that I'm not there, trying to make America great again.
Sick from work.
I should just show up and be like, hey, anybody invited me? Anyway, thank you guys so much. What happened?
Hold on. Huge shout out to my friend. You know who you are. I appreciate you supporting myself and the political poor and everything that I do. Huge, huge, huge. I just got your notification. Thank you. I adore you. And I'm glad to see you back.
I adore you too.
It's my good friend who supports my streams.
Yeah, but I want to say I love them too. Can I say it?
Well, tell Mike you love him.
Mike. Let me get the mic. Let me get the
You gotta look into the camera though. You gotta look into put the glasses down a little bit so you can like see your eyes. There you go.
Mike.
Perfect.
I want to thank you for your contributions and for everything that you continue to do here for the political poor and for Amanda. But always remember, I am the #1 simp.
Tomorrow is National MAGA Brush Your Tooth Day.
And with that being said, Amanda,
yes,
I'll let you let us go here.
What do I do with my hands?
Tell the people what you always say.
I still don't know what I'm supposed to say. I gotta end it on TikTok. Hey, TikTok, be gay, do crimes. Love you. Bye. I like to let it play through the